Sometimes people wonder if God is God and God is one, and God reveals God's self to people in different ways, why are there so many conflicts? I think one of the problems, and this is very important and kind of scary for me to say, that all of the religions feel that they have the truth and that others ought to be like them. And I think we grasp that because we are anxious. We know we're going to die, and we want to be absolutely certain that we are galvanized against death. But I do not believe that any statements we make will capture God in our theology, philosophy, or language. God is God. And God is not the author of fear, worry, anxiety that leads to war, mistrust, and alienation. That is something else besides God. We are different because our religions were revealed in a particular culture. And it seems to us that this is right. That's what we've always heard. That's what we've always been taught. That's what people have always said to us when we were growing up. And therefore we unconsciously adopt the image and form of religion that was given to us, no matter whether you're Christian, Jew, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, what. And I'm suggesting to you that all of us need to take a step back and wonder a little bit, why do I think like I think? Why do I believe like I believe? And is my truth big enough to let other people be who they are, or big enough to let them participate in the faith I have under my particular umbrella?
What types of things do you think help resolve the conflicts between various religions and beliefs?
People have worked a great deal to do one thing: resolve the conflict between religions. What can we do really to dissolve the conflict? Well, let me tell you some things that won't work. It won't work to criticize our neighbors because their religion is different. That will only estrange us more. I think very little good is accomplished when we speak theologically or theoretically or philosophically and argue one point against another. That's just intellectual combat, not with swords, but with our minds. I think there's one way to cure our alienation and estrangement, and that is to get to know the other, to listen to his or her story, to enter into his or her life, to let them bring their truth to you. And then, likely, fair play is for you to be able to say what you believe and what you think, and to discuss those matters together. Usually, fear is overcome, distance is overcome and makes people closer, and lives are changed. You cannot have an open, honest conversation with another without walking away being a little bit different. The one thing that you cannot do is secretly pretend to wish to dialogue with another only to convert him or her to your point of view. That is of no value whatsoever. So, what will you do? Will you take the time to have a cup of tea or a coffee with someone who is different from you and who would very much like to know what your faith is like and what you're like. Try it.